Tom Homan's taking all of this heat. I mean, Selena Gomez is all over him. ABC's the Pope is all over him. But you know what? He can take it. He can deal with it. He's responding to all of them. Here he is over the weekend with Martha Raddatz from ABC News. She's trying to say, oh, how can you do this? How can you do this? And he's like, oh, you better believe I'm going to do this. And then some.
You know that this creates fear in the immigrant community. The chair of the U.S. Conference of Bishops Committee said turning places of care, healing, and solace into places of fear and uncertainty for those in need while endangering the trust between pastors, providers, educators, and the people they serve will not make our communities safer.
Well, look, here's the thing. If Congress has a job to do, we're enforcing the laws Congress enacted and the president signed. If they don't like it, change the law. I find it hard to believe any member of Congress is telling us not to enforce the law that they enacted and they fund us to do.
But opening up to anyone who's in the country illegally and going into schools and grabbing them, does that, kids, adults?
The message needs to be clear. There's consequences for entering the country illegally. If we don't show there's consequences, you're never going to fix the border problem.
Right? So that means they're willing to go into the schools. They're willing to go into the churches. They're willing to go wherever they have to go in order to get the bad guys, to get the criminals who are here illegally. And you're going to have to just deal with it because guess what? That's what the American people voted for.
The Pope this week said that it's a disgrace what we're now doing with this new government, deporting all of these people. We've got, obviously there's going to be a lot of media searching for the sad stories here, trying to turn public opinion against this operation. What's your message to the American people as you guys do this work?
Well, let me give a message to the Pope. I'm a lifelong Catholic. I was born Catholic. I've been through Catholic doctrine. Look, he only concentrates on fixing the Catholic Church, first of all. He's got big problems there. And in the Vatican, they have a wall around the Vatican. If you illegally enter the Vatican, the crime is serious. You'll be charged with a serious crime, be jailed.
Yeah.
So he can protect the Vatican where he lives. He can build a wall where he lives. Where American people are not allowed that? No. Securing the border saves lives. He needs to understand that. When we secure the border, when less people come, less women get raped by the cartel, less children die in the river, less Americans die from fentanyl overdoses. He ought to stick to it. He ought to stick to the Catholic Church and fix that. That's a mess.
Wow. Oh, wow. So, you think about it. The Pope, Catholic Church is a mess, by the way, but the Pope has the Pope Mobile. The Pope is completely safe. The Vatican is on lockdown. But everybody else, all in the name of Christianity, has to take one, take all. The criminals too, that might destroy your community or hurt your children. I mean, I don't think so. And this is but you know what? This is what they're going to do. The left-wing media is going to show you all kinds of clips. Oh, this is so terrible. Families are getting broken up, this, that, and the other. And they're going to try and tug on the heartstrings, but I don't think it's going to work because you know what? Again, you look at every single poll from the New York Times to Fox, every single poll overwhelmingly shows you Americans want this under control. You can't have a situation where you've got hundreds of thousands of people that are known criminals in this country illegally. And we're not even talking about the fact that they're here illegally, right? Which is a crime in and of itself. We're talking about they're known for having committed crimes. And yet somehow the lefties that can afford their versions of the Pope Mobile all think it's okay to just keep bringing them in and giving them stuff, which, by the way, stuff that we don't have and we can't afford because we're dealing with all kinds of problems on that front. I'm going to talk about inflation in a second.